A lot of you guys, my clients, reach out, and South Austin is an interesting one because, this is a lot of original Austin. The homes just over there were built back in the 70s, 50 years ago. But those of you guys looking to relocate here, there's not very many new construction opportunities. So when y'all are looking for them, again, there's not many to choose from. But we are in the village at Cooper Lane today to do a quick little neighborhood tour to show you all the reasons why, if you're looking for a newer home in South Austin, in the middle of everything cool that Austin has to offer, this is absolutely a community worth considering. And in this video, I'm going to show you all of the reasons why. What's going on, y'all? This is Mason Bleasdell, your Austin real estate agent, and this is going to be the ultimate little driving tour to give you a sense of why I think you should consider the village at Cooper Lane. Now, as we pull into the community off of Cooper Lane, first and foremost, I really want to talk about the location because this is a smaller community, and honestly, its location is probably its best perk. So we're in South Austin, 78745 as a local would call it. The little spot right between Mopac and I-35 south of 290. We are really close and have easy access to South First Street. Of course, South First is one of the many ways you can get into downtown Austin. And this location in South Austin is also known for really cool spots. Places like Armadillo Den, which just opened, Praxis Coffee. A lot of the really local things that make Austin really special and desirable are here in South Austin. So you've got really good access to them. If you commute downtown to offices like Oracle, any of the government offices, you've got so many different ways to, avoid the freeways if necessary. This is a place I'd plug your GPS in every day if you commute at rush hour, but you've got so many different options and easy ways to get around traffic jams or accidents that really makes this community special. You've also got everything within 5 to 10 minutes. South Park Meadows is just down the road from here. That's got everything. Your Target, your Walmart, your Home Depot, all your big box stores, you're covered. Starbucks just down the road. H-E-B 5 minutes up the street. Like all of these places, we are right in the middle of all of them, which is by far and away the biggest perk, to be honest, of this entire community. Now, getting more specific here, this is a small development by David Weekley Homes. David Weekley is definitely a premium builder, and you'll notice too when you see their homes, when you start touching and feeling the materials that they use to build them, like it's just a notch above. They don't use the super cheap stuff, and you'll tell that right away when you come in. And from my perspective too, you want to make sure you're getting a good value for money, no matter how expensive your home is, but especially when you're pushing over $500,000. I think those are super important, and so I have never had a qualm with anything that David Weekley does. So I really like that. The schools also happen to be really close to here. Williams Elementary, assigned to this neighborhood, is half a mile away. Bidachek Middle School is 0.6 miles away, very, very close. And Crockett High School is also just 1.5 miles. All of these very, very close by. So schools are important to you. It's always nice to have that. Of course, South Austin has multiple different, daycare, early development centers, as well as private schools. Very easily accessible down here. If that's something you want to know more about, reach out. I can send you some resources for it. Additionally, tax rate here, very advantageous. It's 2.17% as of the time of recording this video. That fluctuates from time to time, but very competitive. And a lot of the reason why a lot of people like South Austin, we do tend to have a very low property tax rate down this direction. And just for the carrying cost of the house, it's nice to not have a huge outlay. Now, there's a couple of specific things about this neighborhood that some of the other ones don't have. For example, these are actually condos. And if you look over my shoulder, you'll see that none of these homes share a wall. So this goes into some Texas legal code and some very specific things about Texas. But to put it shortly, these are condos because this land is zoned for multifamily. If they make the lots small enough, a certain square footage, and the roads are private, they are technically speaking condos, but you own the yard, you own the house structure itself. You living there, there's no actual difference in terms of how you live there versus single family versus this. Other than that, some of the common area insurance is a little bit higher. And of course, the HOA owns the road that we're driving on, which means HOA fees are a little bit higher, but they are super reasonable. Currently at a very reasonable $218 a month. And of course, that covers the amenities, obviously liability, as well as maintenance of this road. Now, last little, quirk of these site condos, they're called, is that these roads are all fire lanes, which means parking overnight is not going to be permitted, but there are guest parking spaces dotted throughout the community. If you wanted to host large parties regularly, this is probably not the community for you. For most people, this is going to be absolutely adequate. Now, lastly, let's talk housing. So homes in here start right around 500,000 and go up to about 650 for some of the largest ones. Homes in here can also be 3 stories, as the model is in this community, having a 3rd story loft space, which is really unique for one of these. And square feet ranges from about 1,700 to a little over 2,500. So really, for most people, you're going to find what you're looking for in here, just depending on the floor plan. Now, early 2025, when we're filming this video, these are almost sold out as new, but resales do pop up from time to time, and there are still a few left, with a couple of lots left also to go. But all in all, once you factor in price, once you factor in how nicely built these homes are, once you factor in the location, the low tax rate, how close the schools are, this really does offer a cool value, especially if you wanted to be in South Austin with a relatively new or new built home. If you are curious, I certainly hope this video was helpful to you. If you're looking for an agent who works for you to find little hidden gems like this, and to help not only find you the right house, but the right community at the right price, and make you confident in the whole process, I would love to be that resource for you. Reach out anytime to me directly. My personal contact details are on the screen and down below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see y'all next time.